taking ownership of your life, taking back control. Maybe that's why you've stumbled across this video. You're not quite happy with the situation, the way that your life is going. I had a call. The reason I've kind of come up with this video idea is I had a call with a potential client. I offer free 30-minute strategy calls. We talk. And he was just kind of telling me he's lost that spark. He's lost that enthusiasm for life. And it reminded me of myself, my old self. It reminded me that so many people are living like this and they're kind of just stuck in the loop, right? I know for me, it was the situation of being mildly uncomfortable. So it was a bit shit the way my life was going, but it wasn't terrible. So it wasn't enough to really, you could sustain it, you could kind of get on with it. It wasn't giving me that spark, that drive for life, but it was doable, it was okay, you know? And that can be the problem. So it kind of sparked a video idea. I made some notes, I journaled about the call, because it took me back, right? I don't know who's gonna jump on these calls with me. I just put it on my story, reply if you want a 30-minute, generally just a strategy call, we chat. I like to get to know who's following me. Why are you following me? And it just took me by surprise. He was just stuck. He had no spark, and you could hear it in his voice. And we've got to do something about it. So I journaled about the experience, and the first thing is nobody is coming to save you, right? Nothing is going to change unless you take ownership, take action. That is the number one point, right? If you just continue on, you'll just continue on, right? Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to magically happen. So nobody's just going to pull you on the street and go, hey, come and live this amazing life. It's going to require work. It's going to require you to identify the problem. And let me just go through some of my notes. So yeah, life will pass you by. And if it's just mildly uncomfortable, just like you can kind of stick with it, then it's almost harder. If it's really bad, then you know, right, I'm going to make a change. And you tell yourself, right, one day I'll change. You tell yourself this one day. But take a look. Have you ever taken action? No. And one day, when is the one day? What are you waiting for? What are we all waiting for? It's today. There's no magic time, right? And as time goes on, you're just going to get used to this way of living, and then you're stuck, right? And then if you do make commitments, then people do actually get trapped, right? So don't wait. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes, and the more unlikely you are to actually change. So, and how much is going to pass until you actually do something, right? And that requires some brutal honesty. That's uncomfortable. You kind of need to look at yourself, look at your life, and go, this is not how you saw it playing out. How that younger, innocent version of ourselves that had dreams, that had just that innocent way of thinking, and you're not doing any of that. Your habits, you're not looking after yourself, and you're not going for ultimately what you want in your heart. We all may have something. Everybody's scale and everybody's ideas and dreams are different, but that's not the point. The rules still apply. Nothing's going to change, and when you really do just sit with yourself and go, fuck, it's not a nice feeling, but don't dwell in that feeling. Step one is identifying the problem. Once you have identified, okay, I'm not quite happy with where I'm going, you kind of catch yourself, you somehow step out the loop. Maybe it's this video, maybe it's someone else you see it, something you hear on a podcast, someone says something to you, maybe you see someone a little bit older and you kind of see where they're going. When you see one of those videos of like the old people that are on their deathbed, they're dying, what do they say? I wish I did more. I wish I didn't care what other people thought. I wish I didn't wait for the perfect time. or work my entire life in a job I hate to then enjoy it when I'm retired. That mindset is not good. And I want to share some of my story and thread in there practical advice that someone that has come across this video can apply to their life, okay? Because I'm just a couple steps ahead of the guy I had on the call, of my old self. And this is the formula, the way that I did it. Step 1, identify the problem. So you need to just sit with yourself. Don't lie. We numb ourselves. We try and just ignore it. We keep ourselves busy, staying on your phone, drinking, partying, binge watching Netflix. Just not identifying, not just sitting with yourself and going, this ain't it. This is not for me. So catch yourself and just go. You can use a journal as well. Meditate on it. Talk to yourself, go for a walk, but just go. And it's not a nice feeling. That's why we all bloody ignore it. But identify the problem. Okay? Take a look. It's not great. And then you just go, okay, what can we do about this? Just like when any problem arises, don't panic, don't freak out, don't judge yourself, don't feel bad about it, dwell in it. What can we do? What can we do today? Okay, so that doesn't mean I'm going to quit my job, but what can we do today? What's the small changes we can make to make myself feel better, to improve, to start to walk that path, right? You can go this way, staying the way you are, seeing where that goes. Dead end, unhappy, no edge, no enthusiasm for life. Or there's this path. How do I get myself on this path? Okay? So what can we do? Well, we can look at others that have done it. What do they suggest? For me, it was, what can I control right now? I nailed down on my training, my physical fitness. I started to build discipline. I would do an ice bath every single morning with my brother before work. Why? Because it was hard, because it was uncomfortable. You want to get used to being uncomfortable. Nail in on your training. Even if it's you've got a job that you hate, you're not super happy, find the things that you can control. I can still train, I can still take care of myself. I can still sharpen my mind. Breath work, meditation, journaling, reading. I would start to read the books and then take notes. Okay, I would take notes on what these great minds were saying. And I was trying to apply it to my life. That's super practical advice, right? Read a book, awesome. Highlight the parts that stand out to you, write them down, and then go, what can I do to apply this to my life? So get disciplined. Start with the basics. Training. Do something hard every day. Get out your comfort zone. Journal. Take note of this experience, right? So like document. What did I do today? How did I feel today? What came up? Reflect on your actions. Take notes. Take notes on what you're learning about these experiences. So that was my start, right? Start with what can you control around you straight away. Today, if you're watching this video, what can I start? Okay, I can probably cut down on the phone time where I'm just doom scrolling. I can start to journal. I can start to get the thoughts out of your head. You're going to feel so much better. Take notes. Okay, what else can I do? I can probably train, right? I can do some physical fitness. Whatever your thing is, running, lifting weights, swimming, whatever, etc., etc. Get outside, move your body. Of course you're going to feel better if you do that. Take care of yourself. It starts to signal to your brain that you want more out of life, right? You look after yourself. You're sharp. Your thoughts become more clear when you're eating healthy, when you're exercising, when you're journaling, when you're reading. So that's the easiest way that everybody watching this video can start there. So you start on the small things that can improve yourself. Okay, and then it's going to require taking the leap. What does that mean? It's going to mean a different thing for everybody, but the rules still apply. It means, what is the thing? So I'll use my story as an example. Stuck in the loop, identified it, working a job I hate, just surviving to pay rent, and just not really living in nature, not doing the things I enjoy. I was in a city. It's like, why are you even here? This is not me. Identify, like I've said, that is the step 1. potentially the hardest part. We just want to brush it off. The next step, yeah, improve your situation right now. Start to take care of yourself. Start to feel better about yourself. Journal. Start to learn. Okay, build that momentum. Build that mindset. But then it's going to require taking the action. So if you're in that dead end job that you hate, start to look for a new one. What are your interests? We all typically have a thing, right? That we wish we were doing, but you're not doing it due to you're scared. Maybe you want to start social media. That's a common one these days. You want to start making videos, but you're scared of the judgment of others, okay? So that's taking the leap. Doing it even if you're scared. For me, I knew I had to leave, right? I had to leave my home country and start fresh. And it was a little bit of a sink or swim, burn the boat situation. Move somewhere new. I didn't have a large amount of money saved up. I didn't really have a plan. But I knew I need to get out. This is too comfortable. This is too, like I said, not quite shit enough to really make a change. So I forced myself to grow. Moved to a whole new country. Didn't really know anyone. Didn't really know what I was doing. Then I put some pressure on myself, right? So that's what I mean by taking the leap. Take the leap. Identify the problem. Identify what do you want to do with your life? Because nobody's gonna do it for you. What are your interests? What are your passions? You probably already have it in your mind. And form a plan to take that leap. So for me, like I said, save up enough money to buy a ticket to a new country. And then when I came here, I pursued the online game. Online coaching, making content. I do modeling as well. Point being, once I actually took the leap and I actually just went for it, a little bit reckless, a little bit risky, things opened up. Things will open up for you when you take action and move towards what you want. That is a key takeaway for yourself, because the fear will set in. But what if I fail? First off, it's obviously better to try and fail than to not try at all. But at the same time, you're gonna learn. You can't really fail, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? Because no matter what, you're gonna learn life experience. You're gonna meet someone. Something's gonna happen. I guarantee it. Something's gonna happen by taking action. And nothing is going to happen if you stay exactly where you are. If you just go, I'll think about it. I'll be honest with you. The guy that I had the call with, his answer was, the program that you're doing sounds great. To be honest, I can afford it, but I just don't know right now if it's the thing for me. And I don't know right now if I want to take that leap. I don't know right now if I want to get out of my comfort zone. That's what that is. That's what that talking is. I don't know if I want to be a bit scared. I know, because we want to stick with what we know as humans, right? That's in our nature. So my point being, sometimes, if you know you need to do it or you're feeling unsure, just do it. That's the leap, right? The leap of faith. You may fall. Guess what? You're not going to die. Get back up and go again. And what have you learned along the way, on the journey? So to try and round up this video and my thoughts, and a large part of why I made this is, what would I want to come across at that time, okay? I'm not miles away from maybe you, right? I'm not this super whatever, these guys giving advice, these gurus, which is like, it's false. I'm a couple steps ahead and I'm still terrified, right? I'm still walking the path. I'm still unsure. I'm still having to basically run this system of, okay, take ownership. You're still Finn. You're still, you're doing your thing now, right? I'm happy. I'm passionate. But what could you be doing more? Why are you spending 2 or 3 hours just aimlessly on your phone? Why were you not reading again? I've gotten back into my reading and taking notes. That's what got me here in the first place. So it's an ongoing thing. But my point being is, I'm a couple steps. I'm just someone that went for it, that had the courage to go, you know what, I'll give it a go. And I was the same as everyone else, same as the guy on that call, same as maybe you watching this at home, thinking, yeah, but I'm not like them. Well, you are, okay? I just went for it. I was so scared. I was so unsure, but I just knew this is what you've got to do. You've got to go for it, and things start to open up. Things start to work out, okay? And am I where I want to be? No. But I'm much closer and I'm on the path. And that's probably the main thing, right? You're not actually trying to get to an end destination. Just be on the path. Just be doing the thing that you enjoy, right? If you want to be a painter, like, it doesn't matter if you become the world's best artist, you're making millions. If you're painting every day, you're doing your craft, right? I'm making videos, I'm coaching people, I'm living an adventurous life, I'm doing the thing. Okay? And then everything from there is just a positive. That's the way I see it. So like I said, to round up this video, follow the steps. Identify. Look at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, am I actually doing what I want? Am I, or am I fucking hiding? Am I shying away from it? Identify. Okay, hands up. Not really been going for what I want. I've kind of lost track, whatever it is. However, these things happen, obviously. Life happens. Step 2. What are the small things, the habits, the actions I can take, basically today, to start to improve? If you're not taking care of your health, if you're not sharpening the mind, start there. Easy win. Start to exercise daily. Start to read daily. Start to listen to those great minds. Start to fill your brain with that positivity. Step 3. The scariest and the one that's actually going to make a difference, because you can listen. There's people that listen to these great minds. They're doing the thing, but they're dipping their toe. They're not really taking the leap. You can probably skip out all of the initial parts and just take the leap, and you're going to get there. All right, just go for it. Don't be. You know what it is. You know in your heart, right? You know what it is. So if you've watched this entire video of me ranting, whatever that thing is, start to form that plan and go for it.